All right, new at 5, the news of Democrat Senator Gary Peters not seeking re-election in 2026, already leading to a lot of voters and experts considering what happens next in our state. Today, I traveled from Detroit to the suburbs, asking how voters view the open seat, and I also spoke with a political expert about why this next race will be unusual.
Gary Peters is retiring from the Michigan Senate, the U.S. Senate, representing Michigan. First, would you consider running for his seat? You're obviously up in 2026. And if not, are you considering running in 2028 for president?
So the first question, 3 letters, NFW.
Appearing recently on The View, Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer officially telling the audience she will not be seeking to run for U.S. Senate in 2026 after learning Democrat Senator Gary Peters will not seek re-election. From Detroit to the suburbs, today I hit the streets to ask voters for their take on the empty seat and what could drive their vote.
I will vote Republican because we stand with Republican, which Donald Trump is a Republican.
What would influence your vote specifically to make you vote that way?
Oh, I think citizenship.
I'm a little more liberal than Donald Trump is, and I'm very concerned about some of the things he's already done. A senator has a lot of control over what happens in Washington.
Today, I also visited this barber shop in Birmingham, where co-owner Tony Barashai tells me he's closely watching who's in his chair and in the Senate seat.
I'm assuming the whole state's going to go red. It just seems like that's the way America is heading right now.
What makes you say that? Is it because of the presidential election? What happened?
Presidential election, all the swing states.
A lot will depend upon what happens in the national trend and whether enough voters get disgusted with some of the decisions that Trump's making.
Also weighing in, Professor Dave Dulio, who teaches political science at Oakland University. He says this next election cycle will be unique, with a field of candidates being thinned out based on a high number of electoral races.
We're going to see folks who may have looked at running for governor, maybe pivot.
Who are some of the names you could see quickly looking at this race and seeing opportunity?
So we have to consider this 2026 open Senate seat in the context of open seats for governor, secretary of state, attorney general. Secretary Pete Buttigieg, a new Michigan resident, but somebody who's got a lot of experience in Washington over the last 4 years. You look at somebody like Mike Rogers, who just lost a pretty narrow race for a U.S. Senate seat against Alyssa Slotkin.
I also reached out to Senator Slotkin, who issued a statement today thanking Senator Peters for his many years of service. Sources telling me names like Pete Buttigieg and Mike Rogers are carefully weighing their next moves. Who knows what the future could bring, but someone may have been thinking about running for governor, then run for Senate.
Yeah, next chapter, a lot of history gone there. Thank you, partner.